Live from KSAT 12, the Nightbeat starts right now.
The latest victims of a troubling social media trend, what someone stole from a local mom that she desperately wants back. Plans for a brand new elementary school in Uvalde have been in the works, and tonight you're going to preview what it may look like. Also, a new season for the Missions and the new ownership group's plans for the organization, and their mission is to keep the missions in San Antonio. Now tonight we start with this. A kids sports team is the latest victim of a growing social media trend. The kids' jerseys gone. They were inside of a mom's car, which is one of the many Kias that thieves have targeted in recent months. As the night team's Patty Santos explains, that mom desperately wants those jerseys back.
With only days left to welcome a new baby, this is what the De La Rosa family vehicle looks like.
Yes, they took away from our kids, you know. This is where we go to my doctor's appointments.
And now this mom appears to be the latest victim of a costly social media challenge. It's a social media trend turned crime spree targeting certain Hyundai and Kia models. Valerie De La Rosa got her car back in just hours after someone found it left under a cover.
My baby's car seats were gone, everything. I left my wallet.
But something else just as valuable to her is also missing. 21 children's jerseys for the Highland Rockets.
Was really important to me. These boys work so hard. They go to practice. There's 21 boys, and they're so amazing. And now we have to start and try to get something by Saturday. It's tough because these jerseys were already fixed for them.
The kids play here at the Southside Lions field. The spring season just started, so she's hoping that whoever sees those jerseys or has them will return them right here to the concession stand. No questions asked.
It's for little kids. It's for 4 and 6. You know, I mean, what could you really do? It has the Rockets on them. No, you know, these are little kids. They're just playing football and having fun, you know.
De La Rosa says she's learned a valuable lesson the hard way. Don't leave anything in your vehicle.
Yes, please take your things out because you just never know.
And the jerseys are green and black, and she says she even searched nearby trash bins hoping to see if maybe they were dumped there, but unfortunately she did not have any luck. Now, as you notice, her car is still pretty damaged. She says she's on a long waiting list to get it repaired. Stefania?
Certainly hope that she gets that fix and also that she gets those jerseys back. Thank you, Patty. So this is a story that we brought to you last night on the Nightbeat, and tonight we're learning the tragic details after a man allegedly shot his ex-wife and their 2 children at a Northside home. One of those children, an 11-month-old girl, she's died. Her 2-year-old sister and their mother still in the hospital. The mother had surgery last night. We're told that she is expected to survive, but we don't know how the 2-year-old is doing. However, we do know that 2 other kids, 8 and 11-year-old boys, escaped from the house where the shooting happened. They didn't get hurt because they escaped by breaking through windows. Now, police did arrest the suspect. 50-year-old Stephen Clare is charged with capital murder and 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Records show that Clare and his 28-year-old ex-wife divorced in late December. The couple had been living apart since January of 2022. Our KSAT's Investigates team looked into how their relationship fell apart, and you can watch that story right now on our website, KSAT.com. Also on our website, or if you or someone you know is a victim of domestic violence, please encourage them to get help. There are several local and state agencies that have free services. We have those numbers and websites for you on our website, again, KSAT.com. So take a moment, and have you seen these people that you see in these photos? Because these new images from San Antonio police could hold the answer to a capital murder case from March. 26-year-old Justin Cliff was hurt in a fight and then robbed downtown. He later died from those injuries. Police say that Cliff got into an argument with 4 men and 2 women that he didn't know. The people on your screen are allegedly from that group. Police say that they stole items from Cliff after he became unconscious from his injuries. If you know anything that could help police find these people, call SAPD's homicide unit. That number is 210-207-7635. I'm going to repeat it again. 210-207-7635. And just a reminder that any information that you give when you do that, you can remain anonymous. New tonight, our first virtual fly-through of an elementary school that's going to be built in Uvalde. The Uvalde CISD Moving Forward Foundation made the video and presented it to the community tonight. It shows a virtual rendering of what UCISD's newest school is going to look like when it's completed in the 2024-2025 school year. The foundation formed a committee made up of school officials, parents, community and business members, and law enforcement. And they actually worked with the architecture firm called Huckabee to design a school that's going to last for decades to come. Now, Tim Miller, the executive director for the foundation, says the new school is going to be secure, but also mindful of what kids need.
Design of the school, making sure that there's plenty of natural light, the colors are calming, they bring in the outside world into the campus. Those are all things to take a student that might be coming to school because they suffer trauma that morning on the way to school or at home and try to de-escalate.
Now, the new school is going to be built near Dalton Elementary. 2nd through 4th graders are going to be there, just like Robb Elementary. And the plan is to break ground on the new school this summer. So take a moment and take a really good look at the girl that you see on your screen. Have you seen her? Because Bexar County Sheriff's deputies are looking for 16-year-old Mackenzie Marie Dodge. She's been missing since April 8th. So if you know something, anything that could bring her home, call a Bexar County Sheriff's Office. The number's there on your screen. It's 210-335-6000. Tonight, a showdown between Governor Abbott and the Travis County District Attorney. And this all has to do with a U.S. Army sergeant convicted of murder. See, he hasn't even been sentenced, but already the governor is saying that he wants to pardon him. So let's go back, because last week a jury convicted Daniel Perry of killing Air Force veteran Garrett Foster during a protest. Investigators said that Foster carried an AK-47 type rifle when he approached Perry's car. Perry's attorney said that his client shot Foster because he was afraid. But prosecutors disagreed because they argue that Perry could have left. So now Governor Abbott says he's, quote, working as swiftly as Texas law allows to pardon Perry. Here's the thing, though. Under Texas law, he can only do that if the Texas Board of Pardons and Paroles recommends it. On the other side, you have the Travis County DA saying not so fast. Jose Garza sent the board a letter asking them to hear from the victim's family first before making a recommendation. And now for a look at some of today's big headlines in your Nightbeat news flash. We'll start here. New images from the deadly mass shooting at a Louisville bank. Louisville Metro Police releasing footage from the body cameras of responding officers showing those very tense moments during that confrontation. That entire incident lasted about 9 minutes from when the gunman started shooting to when police killed him. Tonight, we learned the shooter legally bought the AR-15 rifle that he used just last week. A series of unfortunate events playing out at a Jiffy Lube off of Highway 281, not far from Paso del Norte. Crews were working on a vehicle when San Antonio firefighters say that something sparked and just like that lit the gasoline on fire. The flames then spread to 2 other vehicles and right into the basement. And then firefighters ran into their own issue because the hydrant they tried using was dry. Eventually, though, they did get water supply. They put out the flames, but part of the building completely collapsed because of all of the flames. Luckily, though, nobody was hurt. And that's a look at your Nightbeat News Flash.
Temperatures falling off pretty quickly this evening. The clear sky, the calm wind, and the very dry air in place. So prepare for a comfortably cool start to the day tomorrow. 53 in San Antonio, 48 Bernie, 48 Bulverde and Timberwood Park, 53 for the morning low in Pleasanton. Temperatures will warm up pretty quickly tomorrow. We'll talk about that, our warming trend, along with our next cold front and how it affects rain chances and temperatures in just a bit.
Adam, thank you. Here's a question for you, though. TikTok, have you filed your taxes? Because the deadline's actually a week away. Tax day is April 18th, and if you need help filing, you can look to the Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program, or VITA. Individuals and families who earned up to $55,000 can qualify for free assistance. By the way, there are more than 10 VITA sites in San Antonio. If you want more information, head on over to ksat.com/taxes. Also, good luck. Coming up, the San Antonio Missions back in action tonight, and the club's new ownership group is sharing future plans for the organization. What the group has planned to keep minor league baseball right here, aquí in San Antonio. Minor League Baseball back in the Alamo City. Fans turned out for the San Antonio Mission's 2023 home opener at a ballpark whose future is in question. The night team's John Paul Barajas is getting a glimpse of what's to come for the Missions and also Wolf Stadium.
All right.
Opening day for the San Antonio Missions means fun, food, and a few familiar faces. Nolan Ryan, David Robinson, Manu Ginobili, and of course, a new season for the team's new ownership group.
It's gotta stay, it's gotta stay.
I hope they stay here because there are missions.
The new leadership is already facing challenges for Major League Baseball, improve minor league facilities, or potentially lose the team. A risk ownership partner Bob Cohen says he wants to prevent.
Major League Baseball has made it very clear that Wolf Stadium doesn't comply with the requirements of what Major League Baseball wants in a minor league stadium. A lot of the things they want are for player health and wellness.
The new ownership group has already made various upgrades around Wolf Stadium to keep up with Major League demands. One of the biggest ones, the new batting cages. But an area of concern is the players' clubhouse. The MLB wants more lockers and more space for the players, something they simply don't have here.
I want to be very careful about doing any kind of construction out here because it'll have a short shelf life, hopefully.
Meaning they're looking to relocate the Mission's ballpark. Cohen says the ownership group is in the early stages of research with 7 to 8 locations in mind, preferably around downtown or somewhere optimal for development. As for making those upgrades sooner rather than later,
they want to make sure you have a plan for a new ballpark. So they want to see progress, and we will continue to communicate as much as we can about the progress we're making as we make it.
New leadership is also trying to work out details on funding for a new ballpark. As for the game, that's a wrap, and the cleanup is underway. If you didn't catch any of the game action, you're not going to want to miss it. Or Mayor Ron Nirenberg throwing out the first pitch to David Robinson. Larry's going to have you covered later in sports. At Wolf Stadium, John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
Yeah, we're going to have another discussion about the Missions when Larry comes out. All right, thank you. Now, happening tonight, San Antonio's very own Carol Burnett is going to be on Jimmy Kimmel Live. The appearance comes just ahead of her 90th birthday, which is later this month. Just a reminder that Jimmy Kimmel Live is going to air right after the Nightbeat, so we want you to stay right where you are. But while you do that, we're going to take a live look outside. There you go, over the Frost Tower. 65 degrees right now, just a really lovely night in San Antonio. And there's one thing that we're going to be missing in the near future.
Humidity?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so we have this lack of humidity right now, and it's been the case for a few days. It will change briefly, but then a cold front pays us a visit. Take a look at our dew point trend. Remember, this is a direct measure of how much moisture is in the air and how muggy or comfortable it feels outside. Wednesday, Thursday, you're not going to notice any humidity. That's going to mean these comfortably cool and below average mornings. But by Friday and even early Saturday, the humidity is back. Now, keep in mind, the higher humidity helps promote rain chances, especially when it comes to thunderstorms. That high humidity and mugginess is fuel for thunderstorms. We had a little bit of fuel out there today, but not a whole lot. This is where we had some rainfall today, a little bit Edwards County and especially just west of, but parallel to Highway 83, south of Lakey, just west of Concan, 1.6 inches estimated by the radar from this one thunderstorm that went southward, then dissipated. And a separate one popped up over Uvalde, dropping about 1/10 of an inch in Uvalde. So here's the big picture across the state. Pretty quiet right now, but there is some good rain-making energy out there. It's just a little too far to the east from where we are. This upper level spin, counterclockwise spin, very important, the direction to that spin up above us. And this is providing plenty of lift, just not for us. This is from Louisiana eastward through Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida. Look at our futurecast. This cutoff upper level low is going to drift basically in its same spot along the Louisiana coast the next couple of days. The real energy zone is going to be east of it and not around Texas and not in our neck of the woods. Then a kicker system, a kicker trough comes in and scoots that out of here, and that's going to open the door for a cold front that's going to briefly affect us this upcoming weekend. So rain chances, 0% Wednesday and Thursday. Friday, we're at 10%. Friday is one of those situations. We're going to have a ton of instability in our atmosphere. It's kind of like a soda bottle shaken up, but then you have to remove the top to get it to, burst open. I don't know if we'll be able to have the energy to remove the top. We're going to have to rely on the West Texas dry line, and that's not a very efficient producer of thunderstorms or even severe storms, but it's one of those situations where in the off chance a storm develops, it's likely to become strong to severe. Then Saturday, we're looking at a 20 to 30% chance. We're starting to lose confidence because that cold front that would help you. The trigger for the storms is looking like it's going to come in sooner than what would be optimal to develop those storms. We'll keep you updated, of course. Let's talk temperatures. A little interesting out there right now. Not necessarily here. You know, our high was 77 today. Made it to 88 El Paso, but 89 in North Platte, Nebraska. 83 in Omaha. Minneapolis, 81 degrees. They just melted their snow a few days ago. Chicago, 79. Even warmer than us, far to the north because of this warm air advection. You look at the current temperatures, and North Platte, Nebraska, 73. Omaha, 73. We're a beautiful, comfortable 65. Because of this warm air advection, this southerly wind in the lower levels coming off northern Mexico and just being funneled right between the front range of the Rockies right up the plains, warming them up. Whereas around here, we actually have slightly below average temperatures. 55 at 6 a.m. By 7 a.m., we're down to 53 degrees. Some upper 40s in the hill country. So feeling that crisp start to the day. Not too cool, not too warm. We warm up quickly too. By noon, we're sunny and 72, and into the afternoon, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 79 degrees for the high temperature. But that means 83 in Del Rio, 82 Cotulla, 78 Canyon Lake, 76 in Helotes and Castroville at 78. We talked about those rain chances. I wish they were better, but at least we got some really good rain last Thursday and Friday, so we can enjoy some of this comfortable weather guilt-free. That's the way I like to see it. But notice those comfortable mornings, largely in the 50s the next 7 days, just a few exceptions.
Okay, fabulous. Thank you, Adam. So we got to talk about the missions. Manu and Dave Robinson were in town, but before we talk about that, nice blazer.
Oh, thank you very much.
Digging it.
Yeah, part of the 2023 KSAT Pigskin Classic. It's the official new patch.
Like it a lot.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. It's a pretty cool jacket, right? So I had to use it today for the announcement. But hey, let's go back to the missions, though. Baseball tonight at the Wolf. Manu and David Robinson, they're there. The mayor threw out the first pitch. And he used all 7 foot of himself to catch it, I'll tell you that much. And the 2023 KSAT Pigskin Classic is out. It's coming back. We got it coming up.
We knew the support and how many baseball fans are here in San Antonio, and we just thought that it was a good opportunity.
MLB great Nolan Ryan feels being part owner of the San Antonio Missions is a wise investment in big board sports. The Alamo Dome was the place to be this morning for the 2023 KSAT Pigskin Classic announcement. We're talking about 4 games over 2 days, and once again, we're teaming up with Texas Sports Productions to kick off the high school football season here in San Antonio like never before. Antonian and Holy Cross will invade the Dome on Friday, followed by the triple header on Saturday, August 26th. Now, the middle game that day will see Jefferson play Uvalde, the Mustangs versus the Coyotes.
I think it's awesome. I mean, this is such a great experience for my kids, and they're so fired up right now. They're going to love it.
We always tell our kids there's nothing better than play Texas high school football. But now the Pigskin Classic, I mean, it's an awesome feeling for the kids, for the community, and we're excited.
The nightcap is a great neighborhood rivalry featuring O'Connor and Brandeis. The 2 Northside schools are thrilled to be included in the KSAT Pigskin Classic.
What a great experience. It's not just for our kids, but our community and really the city of San Antonio to see what high school football is and in a different setting. And so, I mean, we're really grateful to be able to be a part of this and play the game and the rivalry that O'Connor Brandeis already is anyway, and now it's just magnified in terms of being in the Alamo Dome.
Tell me your initial thoughts of being part of the KSAT Pigskin Classic 2023.
Oh, it's going to be exciting. We're looking forward to it and looking forward to playing O'Connor.
2023 KSAT Pigskin Classic will kick off Friday, August 25th, 7 p.m. with Antonian and Holy Cross at the Alamo Dome. The action on Saturday begins at 11:30 a.m. at Southside and Somerset. Jefferson and Uvalde are scheduled to kick at 3:30 p.m. And the last game at 7:30 p.m. will feature O'Connor versus Brandeis. You can watch the games on KSAT 12 and will be live streamed on all KSAT digital properties. The Houston Texans started off-season workouts today at their training facility in H-Town. Former Dallas Cowboys tight end Dalton Schultz was there after signing a one-year deal with the AFC South Club. This is an exciting time for the Texans under first-year head coach DeMeco Ryans. Management feels he will turn them around. He was asked as a first-year head coach, how does he organize the off-season?
It starts just with, first and foremost, just one-on-one meetings with our players and our coaches, just to establish a relationship with our coaches and players. And we just want our players to understand that we're here for them and we want the best for our players and we're here to help them be better. And that's where the off-season starts. And we'll continue to be player-focused, and it's individualized for each player. How can we help them get better? And that's where our focus will be this off-season.
Coach said they visited with Ohio State QB C.J. Stroud last week and will visit with Alabama QB Bryce Young this week. After starting the regular season on the road, the San Antonio Missions are back at the Wolf for a 6-game homestand with Frisco. Mayor Ron Nirenberg threw out the ceremonial first pitch to Spurs great and Hall of Famer David Robinson, and he needed all 7 foot of himself to catch that one. Members of the Missions ownership group were on hand, so that's why Robinson was there along with Manu and Nolan Ryan. Manu shook hands, signed autographs, and he spoke to the crowd. Nolan was asked about the 2 Spurs greats being part owners of the Missions Ball Club.
Well, I think it's interesting that the ownership is made up of so many outstanding individuals, and there's so many local people here that are supportive of baseball here in San Antonio. So we were thrilled with that.
Time to play ball. Missions strike first with a solo home run in the bottom of the second from Evan Mendoza to make it 1-0 Missions, and they go on to win it 4-0. Texas Rangers lose a key player after the break. Astros at the Pirates for Game 2 of that 3-game series. Top of the first inning, Alex Bregman crushes a ball that was right over the plate, 408 feet. His first homer of the year, and it's 1-0 Astros. Bottom of the ninth, tied at 4 when Ji-Hwan Bae sends Pittsburgh fans home happy with a 3-1 walk-off homer to right center field, the first walk-off of his career. Pirates win 7-4. Royals at the Rangers tonight, no score. Bottom of the second, Brad Miller rips a single back through the middle that scores San Antonio's very own Josh Young, and the Rangers lead 1-0. Bottom of the fifth, 3-2 Rangers. Corey Seager laces one to left field, but as he rounds first and heads to second, he pulls up lame, and he's done for the game with hamstring tightness. Rangers win 8-5 in 10 via a 3-run walk-off by Jonah Heim.
Where's Steve when you need him?
I know, right?
Exactly. Thank you. We'll be right back. All right, so before we go, we want you to check this out because they have become the most expensive sneaker ever sold at auction. Those are the Air Jordan 13s that Michael Jordan wore in Game 2 of the 1998 NBA Finals, and they went for, listen to this, $2.2 million during an online auction. That's really a world record. The shoes were considered to be in remarkable condition with big silver signatures by Jordan. By the way, Jordan and the Chicago Bulls, of course, went on to defeat the Utah Jazz in that series where Michael earned his 6th and final NBA championship. $2.2 million.
Yeah, that just brings back memories. Back in those days, of the Bulls dynasty back then. I mean, fabric, plastic, and a signature makes it $2.2 million, right?
They say so.
Anyway, it's going to be a comfortable morning tomorrow. Pleasantly cool is the way I like to put it. If allergens don't mind you, open the windows tonight and then again tomorrow night. 49 in Kerrville and Bandera in the morning at 7 a.m. and then Seguin, New Braunfels 51, 53 in San Antonio. By the afternoon, we're at 79, low 80s Thursday and Friday. We briefly spiked to 87 on Saturday before temperatures reset again, and just minimal storm chances Friday, Saturday. Nothing to plan around right now.
And we just say farewell to the humidity. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.